Hey YouTubers, Bored Joe here. Yesterday I made the video about the flat tax and how unfair the flat fair tax was, the consumption tax. One of the comments in the video said, since I was a rich guy in this scenario, I invested my money in the stock market, and I said that I would be paying 17% taxes on that. The comment in the video, in the comment section said, don't forget there's no capital gains tax. It's just all consumption tax. Okay, so that even makes my point stronger. So let's go back to the scenario in which you're making $30,000 a year and I'm making $1 million a year. So basically after the end of the first year, you have paid your taxes, your 20, 23, 22, 30, 33%, whatever it's going to be. So you have paid all of your taxes in full because you spent everything. So you have paid your taxes, and you wind up with nothing because you have paid your taxes and you have spent everything that you have, which is the only way that the fair tax, consumption tax can work. Me, on the other hand, I've got my $1 million, and I am living your lifestyle. I have spent $30,000 to live, and so therefore I am only taxed on $30,000 of my $1 million income. So that leaves $970,000 after the first year that I did not pay taxes on. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to call that $1 million that I have, and we're going to see what happens if there's no capital gains tax. So on January 1, I invest with my super smart superstar stock person, and they say, well, invest in this company, and basically you're going to double your money every quarter. So we'll see what happens if there's no capital gains tax. There's only a consumption flat fair tax. So after I got $1 million on January 1. So at the end of the first quarter, I've got $2 million, doubling every quarter. At the end of the second quarter, I've got $4 million. At the end of the third quarter, I have $8 million. At the end of the fourth quarter, in 1 year, I have $16 million. Now we roll into the second year, and I'm just letting this all go in my account. After the end of the first quarter of the second year, I've got $32 million. Second quarter, $64 million. Third quarter, $128 million. And at the end of the fourth quarter, in the second year, I have $256 million. All tax-free. And don't forget, I'm paying $30,000 to live, just like you, $30,000 guy. And I'm being taxed on $30,000 a year. And I basically have $250 million from my investment, of which I can withdraw and do whatever with, or not, and not pay taxes on it. So that's the beauty of the flat fair tax if you're rich. If you're rich, it promotes you being rich. And if you're poor, well, you're just paying your taxes. So therefore, how is it fair to the poor? How did I pay my taxes? At the end of 2 years, I've got $250 million, and I did not pay taxes, and it's not a tax dodge, and that's how the flat tax works. I don't see how it benefits anyone other than the super rich, and we haven't even gotten into the world of corporations and the flat fair tax. So I guess at the end of the second year, I've got $250 million, and at the end of the second year, you have nothing. So basically, that's how it works. It's really laughable how incongruent this is with just screwing the poor and making them pay taxes and allowing the rich to make $250 million. Now, some people say nobody lives on $30,000 a year if they're making $1 million a year. Okay, what if I live on $500,000 a year? That's a lot of money to spend every year. $1 million a year? That's a lot of. You have to work hard to spend $1 million every year. So I don't think someone spending $100,000 a year if they make $1 million is really out of the question. 30,000 just shows. It just emphasizes how dumb it is, because in reality it can happen. Somebody making $1 million can spend $30,000 a year. They pay the taxes on the $30,000 a year. They pocket $970,000 a year. They take the rest of the money, go to the stock market. If they have a good investor, they can make a lot of money continuing their $30,000 lifestyle, not paying money on the capital gains that they're seeing. And I've had a couple responses like to the effect of, "You suck." Give me facts. I want to hear how this benefits anyone other than the super rich. And I don't think it does. So there's your challenge. Tell me how the flat tax, the consumption tax, is fair.